You can't sleep either? How about a bedtime story? Here's one. Out of touch. Mr Umber was the shortest headmaster the St Ignatius Catholic School had ever had, though they didn't realise it. In his shoes, he looked 5 feet 11 inches tall, bearing in mind his shoes looked rather large. Everyone thought his shoes were to add a vain inch or two to his height, and the boys nicknamed him Boots, though the shoes were made by an expensive specialist whose clientele comprised people with flat arches or one leg shorter than the other. The thing was, Mr Umber also looked 5 feet 11 inches without his shoes, as long as one didn't look down. For Mr Umber measured 5 feet 6 inches precisely from top to toe, but his feet floated a solid 5 inches over the ground at all times. They had done ever since his 12th birthday. It should have been the best present ever, being able to fly, sort of, but it had terrified his parents, who had died one after the other shortly afterwards. It seemed to Mr Umber reality had got it the wrong way round. He should have been able to float after his parents died, not before, for he had felt unmoored ever since. He became a schoolteacher for no other reason than that he had the grades for it and teachers were always needed. Other than his ability to sneak up on boys who were up to no good, despite his enormous shoes, he certainly had no real aptitude for it. Nonetheless, the reputation for discipline this ability gained him allowed him to become headmaster, which reduced his teaching duties. Everyone disliked him as fussy and ill-tempered, though really he was just a dreamer. In summer, he dreamed of walking through cool grass, and in winter, he dreamed of dragging his feet through crisp snow. The rest of the time, he dreamed of meeting someone else who floated. It must be a gift of some description, he thought. He spent most of his spare time online, lurking in forums for people who had had near-death experiences or who believed the world was not real but a glitchy simulation. Never daring to write anything, just lurking. He had bought a car after his first year as a teacher. It still sat in his garage. The tank was full of petrol, and one day he would float away for real. Like an angel, perhaps. He clearly wasn't a bird, and people didn't fly, so what else could he be? But it seemed cruel that God had made him an angel when he blew out the candles on his 12th birthday, without giving him a purpose to go with the ability. All right. Good night.